Hi, I'm Shannon from houseimprovements.com, and I'm back today with another video on our water heater maintenance series. Today we're going to look at the main drain on your water heater. So you should find it down obviously close to the bottom, out the side somewhere. You're going to see usually it's going to look a lot like this right here. You're just going to have a stub sticking out and some type of a handle deal on it. Now they say you should drain out a couple, 3 or 4 gallons of water out of your tank every couple months or a couple times a year or so. I don't know very many people that do, but a lot of times if you do and it hasn't been done for a while, what happens is you open it up. You might have a hose on here going over to a drain or into a bucket. You open it up, you let some water out, and then when you close this back up, you end up with some sediment or something getting in there, and it doesn't quite want to close up enough. So sometimes just by opening and closing it a few times, you'll sort of flush that out and get it to seal. If it's just a little bit of a drip, what I've done in the past is I'll set a bucket here, and if it's just a slight drip, usually within a day or whatever, it kind of seals itself up. But if you find that you're going to have to change this, that's what I want to show you how to do today. Okay, so what you're going to want to do to start out with, pretty much for anything that you're doing that deals with the water tank, is you're going to have to shut off the main water. Now you should find, if you look way up here, up on your cold water inlet, there should be a valve close by that you can shut off. If there isn't, shut off your main water supply to the house. Okay, so you've done that. Then you're going to shut off either turn off the gas valve or turn off the breaker if it's an electric water heater. Okay, so that will keep the burner from turning on. Then you can open up your valve on the side, the one we're going to change, and you're going to drain all the water out of your tank. Okay, so completely drain it right out. Once that's done, you're going to need a pipe wrench that you can put on. You can kind of see a metal fitting back here. So you're going to need to get your pipe wrench on there. It's probably going to be a little tight, maybe a lot tight. I'm going to need a snipe. Okay, so this one's really corroded or stuck up, so I'm going to add a little bit of pipe to there. It's not helping that the tank's sitting up on this table way above my head either. I've got no leverage from down here, but see if I can break that. There we go. Okay, so that's starting to come out. So just take it all the way out. Now remember, this was hot water in there, so if you didn't get your tank rate drained, just be careful because there could be still some that wants to come out and could scald you. Okay, so we're going to take the drain rate out. Now you can see this one's actually getting pretty full of sediment and stuff in there. So that's what happens is some of that, when you are trying to drain your tank, is flowing back out of the tank and getting all jammed up in the valve. In the valve system there. So you may have to actually poke back in there, get some of that cleaned away from the end. It's going to kind of stir it up a bit, but you don't want that to be all jammed up. Then what you want to do is take just a bit of a wire brush, something like this, so you can kind of clean that sediment out of those threads there. It's just going to jimmy up your new drain. Okay, so I'm just going to work around there, get that crud out of there. They look pretty good. Okay, so I don't have a new one to actually put in there just because this is a junk water heater. But so now what you want to do is take some plumber's thread dope, I guess is what they call it, thread seal. Put it on there. Actually, I can do that. I can show you that right here. So you're just going to take a bit of plumber's dope. You don't need a whole lot, but don't get it inside the valve. Get it right down on your threads here, like so. So then when you put that in there, that just kind of fills in any of the threads where there's a bit of gap and seals it up. Okay, so you're going to turn it in, pipe wrench again until you get it tightened up. Now, I don't think there's any up or down, like at least with this one, you know, it doesn't have an elbow here. Any of the ones I've seen, they just come straight out. So just get it down to a point where it's pretty snug, you know, a little bit of pressure on there. Make sure your valve is closed off, or closed right back up. Okay, go back up, turn your water, cold water supply on. That'll fill the tank back up. Then once the tank is full, you can relight your gas if it's gas power or gas heated, or turn your breaker back on for the electric heat. And just make sure this is not dripping, or you know that you've got it turned off enough. And just you might find after you've done this, because you've stirred up that sediment in the bottom, that your water might be a little bit cloudy coming out of your hot water tank. So you may have to just run your hot water and kind of clear the tank out a little bit. And actually over time that stuff will settle right to the bottom. In fact, I wasn't planning on showing it in this video, but we've actually got the back of this tank cut out. So just to give you a bit of an idea, I don't want to cut my hand here. Bit of an idea what could be in the bottom of your tank. This is a tank. This is out of my own house. Now it's been out for a few months now, so it's a little worse than it was. But you know, this is what is clogging up those drains usually, and is what's in the bottom of your tank. There's pieces of the dip tube. There's pieces of old anode rod, and just calcium and sediment and that sort of thing right out of your drinking water. So hopefully that doesn't disgust you too much, but this is a 40-year-old tank, and that's what's in the bottom of it. So okay, so that's my video on changing the main drain in the bottom of your water heater. Not real often that you'd have to do that, but at least now that you've seen the video, you know how to do it. You know that there's not a whole lot involved. What I recommend is, most of these are the same, but if you can, what I would do, you know, if you're not sure how to identify it, just take this out and go right to your plumbing shop and say, you know, this is what I need, and they should have one. So not that hard to find. Okay, so that's the video. I think that's about all I can really say on the subject. I hope that you liked what you've seen. If you did, you can subscribe to our channel, and there's a little box down below me here to subscribe, and that'll subscribe you right to our channel. We've got tons of videos up there, and lots to do with water heaters. Mostly it's all DIY type, you know, framing, insulating, that sort of thing. So go check it out. Also, you can go to our website at house-improvements.com, and there you can find our articles on all kinds of DIY stuff, information, and also our forum page there. And the forum is really lighting it up lately. And we've got lots of great discussions going on there. So post up a question if you have it, and or maybe you got an answer. Maybe you got, you know, some answers for some of the people on there. I do my best. I do get to everybody, but it always helps when somebody else maybe has had the same problem and came up with a solution as well. So thanks a lot for watching, and tune in next time.